All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing Podcast, episode 1. Shout out to Sean. It's a prime number, I think. And I'm Jackson, and he's Ryan, and this is the Golfballing Podcast.
Hit the intro.
Intro. Music. Just give it like 20 seconds.
I had to fact check you, but yes, it is a prime number.
Yes, it is. And hey, I sent a joke message to Sean saying you got to join every prime number episode for the rest of your life.
How'd that go?
Technically, he didn't say no.
Left
he didn't. I don't think said anything about that particularly, but he did not say no. So keep that in mind moving forward. Ryan says he doesn't have talking points for this episode. Two comments right out of the gate. Number one, you're wrong. 5th major John Deere Classic, iconic event. And number two, for our listeners, I got 3 different games that we're going to be playing. 3.
Well, I'm glad you came prepared.
Now, I did do this in the last 20 minutes because I did not know we were potting it up. So it is a little bit loose, but I do think the general theme is money. One of them's kind of gay, but we'll work around it. No dead air. You should watch this on YouTube, Ryan, unfortunately. So if you're wondering why the last episode was called How We Almost Got onto Cypress Point, and it was like probably a 45-minute episode, and it was talked about from like minute 40, 20 seconds to minute 40, 40 seconds. Didn't work out, but maybe the SEO will pay off, and it's a long-term burn.
The views are coming.
Yeah. So.
For sure.
I have no golf comments because of my toe. We could talk some John Deere.
I think we should definitely name the pod something about the John Deere and just skip right over it. So I'm good on that.
You know how I've been like a huge golf. I've been a huge PGA Tour back 9 Sunday guy this year. I hit Jersey Mike's during these guys were on like the 16th hole. I hit Jersey Mike's. Now they did go into a playoff.
I watched that. I
did not watch the playoff. It was
very uneventful. Griffin had like 2 putts from 12 feet to win. So.
Oh really?
On the first.
Oh, Campbell. Ryan
me.
Campbell, Illinois legend.
Shows you how much I was paying attention throughout the weekend. I basically just played golf all weekend.
Yeah, won't lie. That was a tough one. I
thought someone like a Homer or a Fowler. Who were our picks? I had Fowler, Spieth, and somebody?
No, it was like
100% Fowler. No,
it was an international. Yeah, I think you took home a Fowler. Dude, I had like Doug Gim. Where did he even finish?
I don't know.
I saw the leaderboard on like Friday afternoon after I had to take Doug Gim, and I handed you 3 picks, and he wasn't even there. So okay.
I'm just a good negotiator, but I don't think I picked home.
You don't think so? Doug Gim. Oh my God, dude. Doug Gim went 68, 74, 69 to finish 31st. So that was
tough luck.
You might have taken Ekro. It really doesn't matter. You won.
I think I got that one. I don't think we've even been taking a tally for the last.
Oh, I think you had Cam Champ possibly as one of them.
Cam Champ or Cam Young?
Really doesn't matter. But
yeah. If it was home, I definitely won.
Yeah, having played that, you're a beast at that on Golden Tee. Just didn't do it for me.
It's not a fun course to watch.
No, it really isn't. It really isn't. Even the 18th hole is like not really that cool of a closing hole playing it at all. They like make it a big deal of like how difficult the pin is to hit in the back left with the water on the left. And it's like it's really just a slight dog leg right. It's a good par hole.
having a signature hole that either has a decision, a go for it or layup kind of thing, or those kind of 18th holes or, final stretch holes are what makes it kind of exciting. But I just don't see that really at the John Deere.
You just gave me, for one of our games, you just gave me a great topic. So we can just hop into it. I apologize, guys. I don't have, I mean, the Rocket Classic John Deere. I mean, come on. Then we got the stupid Scottish Open. Sorry to like Robert McIntyre and his fans. I don't care about the Scottish Open. And so, yeah, it's just like a 3-week stretch till the Open that nobody really cares. And we're out golfing on our own. So cool hat Ryan's got on if you're watching on YouTube. All right, Ryan, do you want to play these games?
I'm with it. I'm here.
All right. This has been rumored numerous times on the Golfballing podcast in the last couple of months. It's called Guess the Golfer.
Okay.
And so I have 2 golfers. I'm giving you 3 hints. And to be honest with you, I think you're going to hate all these hints because they're like super niche. But the idea is it's like really hard, medium difficulty, and then like, here's the answer.
So are you going to give me 2 golfers and I'm picking between them, or you're giving me
No, 2 different. It's 2 different. So I'm giving you 3 hints for 2 different golfers, and I'll even just keep it a buck. Do you want to go with the one that's going to be annoying, or do you want to go with the one that you might get quickly?
I'm going to go with the hardest, just knowing that I'll probably fail. I don't want to start with the easiest one and not get that. So we're just going to go from the top down here.
All right. Once again, you're going to hate these hints. This is like...
And I'm just picking a golfer out of the blue. Like, this hint could be about anybody.
I will preface this that we went to the 2010s money list.
Fuck.
That does not mean you should pull it up quite yet.
Okay.
In my opinion. But by like the second one, I think I'll understand it, especially for the one I'm about to do.
Are you going to give me someone that's like fairly relevant and not like a fucking Stuart Appleby or some shit? Like, just feed it to me.
The first one is 100% a Stuart Appleby, and the second one is a fan favorite. All right. The first hint for the first golfer is this. And I just did this off like the top of my head with a little help from Google, as you'll see in the second ones. I have never won a major, but I'm one of the oldest active PGA Tour players. That is your first hint. Maybe I should while you ponder on that.
What year was that quote set?
I wrote that.
Huh?
I wrote it. There's no quote. I just wrote that. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to add this hint. I've never won a major, but I'm one of the oldest active PGA Tour players. Now, keep in mind, that's supposed to be like the hardest one by far.
You have to give me, is this right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just got cut. He played at the John Deere and he got cut. So that's one where you're supposed to be like, what the hell is this?
Cooch.
No. Same flavor-ish.
I mean, how old is Cooch? He's like mid-50s, right? Late 40s,
let me give you, yeah, he's going to be younger than Cooch, but not by much. Never mind. Matt Kuchar's 47.
That's what I'm saying.
And this guy, I believe, is 48. He's 48, yep.
Shit.
Dude, this guy was like the
Furyks are older, the Davis Loves Thursday older. They're not playing in this shit. I'm glad I'm not looking at the leaderboard.
All right, well, if you thought number one was hard, maybe, and once again, I'm going to workshop these because this is a little...
This is the most difficult you thought?
Yeah, no, the first one was. I've never won a major, but I'm one of the oldest active players. Like, you'd be lucky to get it.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were about to say this is the easiest. I said,
No, I think this next one is not intermediate enough. But just to preface it, I do think you'll get this answer on the last hint.
Am I allowed any sort of research? Like, can I look up the John Deere Classic leaderboard now that I know I'm not going to get this? Is the plan to tell me who it is?
Yes. I don't think you should look up the John Deere leaderboard because that one might be very easy to spot.
Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to like not
I would
look
rather you go to the 2010 money list after this next hint.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hint number 2. I've won 4 times. The first one at the Funai Classic in 2004, and most recently at the 2019 Zurich with John Rahm.
Fuck, that's a good clue, and I don't
Right?
know who would he have played with that was like older.
That's still being workshopped on the screen, but
Like, the obvious answer would be Phil and Rom had a relationship, but he's on Live, so that doesn't make any sense. I don't know who else was in that circle.
So when I saw that this was a statistic, I could not believe my eyes. I'm actually even going to double check.
So in 2019, John Rahm was like 25.
Yeah, dude, this is okay. This is hilarious because
Right?
it is
24?
obviously true. This is so funny that this was his playing partner in 2019. Like, it's honestly hilarious. And like I said, I do
Angel
think
Jimenez still have his fucking card. He's older. Angel Cabrera.
that's a good guess. Never won a major. This guy's never won a major, so it would be like
I don't
a
know.
non-Angel.
That's true. Or not Angel Cabrera, but the what's his name? Angel just came back from jail.
Yeah.
What's the dude with the long
the
hair?
Jose Maria, or that's not his name, but
No, yeah.
I know who you're talking about. The
The
guy
dude
who looks
on
like
the
he
fight with
plays
Keegan
tennis.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Anywho, he's on the senior tour, so I doubt he's playing any regular.
The last clue, you'll get the answer. So maybe pull up the 2010 leaderboard, 2010 PGA Tour money list. Oh wow, Matt Kuchar won that year.
Really?
Yeah. And oh man, I feel like you're gonna get it.
What site are you using? Like, is it ESPN's money
Golf
list?
Week, non-sponsored.
2000.
Dude, this is sick. I'll give you maybe like 2 or 3 guesses until I get to the final one, and then you'll get it, I think.
Furyk, wait, well, Stricker? That's older.
No.
Oldest? No way, it's Hunter Mahan.
No. That would have been
Damn,
good, though.
he's got to be older too. Did he play with Luke Donald?
No.
That's
Do you
not-
want to hear the last hint? Because I think you're going to get this when you see his name.
I'm going to suck at this game, but go for it.
Well, this one's hard. I share last names with one of the greatest golfers ever.
Ryan Palmer?
Yes.
Wild, dude. That's wild. Yeah. I'm really bad at this game already, but that's
no,
wild.
that
I would
was
have
like
never.
I
How- okay.
purposely
How
made
old
that
was
so
Rom?
hard.
How old was Rom in 2019? 6 years ago. He was 23, probably.
He's 30 now, so yeah, 24.
Yeah. So he had just come out of college a year or two. So he probably just didn't have any relationships built up, but he had the ASU thing with Phil. So
Isn't that crazy?
that's how I like that.
I thought that was such a good hint. I won at the Funai Classic in 2004 and the 2019 at Zurich with Rom. Like,
I mean, Funai Classic.
I've never heard that in my
any
life.
less notable.
I've never heard that name in my entire life. All right, this next one you'll get. So I'll go through it a little quicker. I have won 5 times on the PGA Tour, including a PGA Championship. And I think we should limit a guess on this one to like maybe 2 max.
That's all I get.
Once again, that's supposed to be the hardest one. I think I should have done the
5,
second
only
one.
5 times?
Yeah.
Colin Morikawa. Really?
Yeah. You want to hear the next one? because I tailored this to you. Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
I was gonna say JT, but he has more wins than that.
for our educated YouTube subscribers, I had a Easter egg for Ryan on either the last episode or 2 episodes ago, and it was this Auburn thing right there.
I found that when I was at your house 2
Oh,
weeks ago, 3 weeks
really?
ago. Yeah, it
Okay,
was sitting underneath
nice.
the thing, and I was like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The second guess or clue is I was a walk-on at Auburn University where I won 3 times and earned honorable mention All-American honors in 1997. Oh no.
Mr. Jason Duffner.
That's crazy. He's that
So,
prominent.
okay, in this situation for this game, on your first clue, I need to be able to Google. Because if you're just saying I won 5 times and it included a PGA, I need to be able to have an educated guess to where I'm like, okay, Justin Thomas obviously has more wins. I would have Googled, does Colin Morikawa have X amount of PGA Tour wins, right?
Yeah, I think
I'm not going to fare well at this game if I.
well, I think that's the premise of it is the first clue you should not know the answer and it should just be like a random like
Yeah,
Hunter
but
Mahan? Yeah.
I
Like it
should be
shouldn't I
able-
feel like your success rate guessing the first clue should be less than 10%.
Yeah, but if I can make an educated guess and narrow it down, like there's going to be multiple people that have.
Well, I
those
think the
players.
hints are there. Like this is 2010 money list. I should have re-prefaced that because that might have only applied to Ryan Palmer.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Duffner was in that era.
So I'll workshop this because, like I said, the last guess was I once went mega viral for a screen grab at a school. It would have
I don't
gotten all
even-
that.
No,
So-
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Really? Duffnering?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe make that a little bit more clear.
What was the screen grab?
He was Duffnering. You don't know what Duffnering is?
Oh, you mean like he went? Got. I thought you meant like he posted something on Twitter and it got like, screen grab.
Okay, I'll be a little more. I'll workshop those.
I wouldn't have picked up on that in real time.
Okay. Now this second game, I'm not a huge fan of my prompts, but I think the idea is there because it's more of a discussion that we could get into.
Okay.
It's called birdie or bogey. And so like I'm gonna give you a take, and a birdie would be you love it, a bogey would be you hate it, and then a par would just be I don't really care, no comment, whatever. The first 4 are like super gay, and then the last 2 I just thought of recently and thought it was maybe fine. So you'll probably breeze through most of these. This one's so gay. Live names like crushers and fireballs.
Bogey.
I'm a huge triple bogey on that as well.
Yeah. So here, but I think we need to have in betweens here because this is a lot deeper than just like a don't like it or like it.
Yeah.
They've just missed the mark on so many things that you would think branding would be their thing. Why are you not having companies sponsor these teams? Like Team Coca-Cola, Team BMW, and like have a corporate sponsorship. Like if fucking Raising Cane's wanted to sponsor a team for $100 million or whatever it would cost to do that, why not do that versus having some made up bullshit? Like, I don't know. I think it's silly.
Yeah.
When you get down to like, there's better names than others within Live.
Like, yeah.
The range goats. Like,
yeah.
If I'm gonna pick one, like at least that one's funny. Team Smash, biased, right? I like. It's just simple.
Yeah, I like Smash.
For instance, like the fuck,
I like Smash a lot because I know, or I feel like that's one of those that you actually might know a player on it. I don't like team events in golf. We'll talk about that in a few points from now, but the branding is huge. Like the TGL I thought was possibly cool, but it's not like Rory or Shane Lowry are from Boston. And you mentioned the branding and stuff, and it's funny because in the last week I saw a tweet from Live Golf And it literally made me think, like, there's so much potential you guys can do on like Twitter and Instagram. Like, why is this the post? I forget what it was. There's something ridiculous. And I was like, you guys have like so much you can do. And then I went on to their Instagram and I was like, all right, it's not that bad.
No,
So it wasn't that
that
bad.
part, that portion of the branding, they're actually doing pretty well as far as their presence goes. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, how many people are gonna walk around in like range goat shit?
Hmm.
You know, it'd be fire a line of Raising Cane's like golf apparel.
Yeah.
You know what
Maybe
I
they can
mean?
get some profit going then too.
I don't know. They think they missed a mark on a lot of shit, and like, it's hardly gonna
Yeah.
find people buying live merch. And I guess like the who buys PGA Tour merch, right?
Hmm.
Is mainly the core sponsor, whatever else. So that may just be an additional line of revenue we're not thinking of. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
That's a good point.
I don't think it's making them bukus of money by any means.
Yeah. All right. The next one, I have a feeling where you're going to lean golf influencers playing in pro-ams.
Par.
Oh, really? Okay.
I,
I thought
yeah,
that
I
would be a
mean,
tap-in birdie for you.
no, I think it's like not a benefit or a negative either way.
Mhm.
I think if they're taking spots from people that may or may not have gotten to play, like Grant had that kind of argument in one of his videos where he's like, I don't want to take away, and he was talking more as a sponsor's exemption into a PGA Tour event. But it's like if they're going to a pro-am and playing with Max Homa, it's like, dude, you play with them on the weekends. Let some of the corporate guys that may have a chance to play with a tour pro go play with them. So that's why I'm kind of like, doesn't bother me either way.
Yeah. All right, these next two are pretty quick. Team events on tour.
Big birdie.
Big birdie. Wow.
Big birdie.
Oh,
I
nice.
think that they do the team events right. Just give us more of them.
Okay.
Like, live. I don't like the way the individual and then you add the score up. Like, no, go them out there, play match plays, scramble, alternate shot, whatever it is. That's fun to watch. It's basically like a little mini Ryder Cup once a year, random weekend. Give me 3 more of those, or 3 total.
Okay.
3 total a year.
Do one right now.
3 a
Get rid
year,
of the
and in the top
Scottish.
10. Here we go. Hold on. I got an idea. PGA Tour. You do 3 team play events, and you have to play with the same partner each year. The next year, you can say, I'm going to play those 3 team events with somebody else. But for the sake of this, hypothetical, you play with the same partner. So Shane Lowry, Rory McIlroy, all 3 events. At the end of the year, the 5 best finishers, or 6, or bracketed out 8, however it would work, do a finals for almost like a FedEx Cup, like a mini FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
Winner gets $5 million, 2.5
sounds
apiece. I mean, I like dessert.
Mm.
No one cool plays in it, but like it's fun to watch.
Shorts on tour.
Would Birdie be advocating for them?
Mm-hmm.
Like a in between par and Birdie?
Oh, really? Okay.
Like I support you if you're on the stance of you should allow shorts, but I'm not like a purist of you should be wearing pants on the golf course. It's PGA Tour. Like it's fucking hot. I live in Florida. I don't want to wear pants at all on the golf course. I don't care. It's
I don't. Your reasoning was good because I thought I was like a firm bogey on it, because anytime I see like Rory McIlroy in shorts in a practice round, it's like, what? But then when I think of live, I don't like notice their shorts ever, so I don't have an issue with it. Yeah.
The
So
vast majority of them.
I think it's weird when I see like tour golfers in a practice round wearing shorts. It's just like sometimes I do notice it, but that might be a player thing. So I'm pretty par there too. 5th major.
What would mine be?
No, just like, are you down or no?
Oh, Mm, I don't think you can.
No.
I think if you add a fifth major now, it just has an asterisk next to it forever.
Yeah. I
It's
think it would be like if a fifth major ever appeared, it would be like clear as day and obvious.
it would have to just be like that team play event. Like that's your fifth major is a team match play event
Yeah.
because it's worth so much money and so many points, and maybe everyone wants to play in it.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
think about like I don't know, who would Scheffler even play with? Tom Kim and Scotty Scheffler would be a phenomenally fun group to watch. I mean, tell me you wouldn't.
All right, last one. And I'm going to close these blinds while you answer, but I can still hear you. Par 5 on 18. This is the one I just did because I'm like all for, actually, now that I think about it, a par 5 on 18 because I feel like people get the par 4s wrong.
That, okay, so birdie, but with the caveat of if you gave me my choice, it would be a drivable par 4.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I think a drivable par 4 is the same thing, but you just get the drama right off the tee.
I like it.
You know, to me, it's 6 and 1.5 dozen the other. Because if
Is
you have
that
two
your,
people,
is that a
yeah,
comment fresh from Tree Farm?
no, I mean, I think that it certainly could create chaos if you're playing a match.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better than a par 5, to be honest
Think
with
about it
you.
this way. You're basically just paying a par 5 with a perfect lie in the middle of the fairway, 250 to 300 out.
Hmm. Yeah, because a par 5 on the last can be too much sometimes. If you're not having a good round, there's no
Mm.
match on the line, could be a pain in the ass.
I will say it's obviously more likely you make birdie on a par 5 over any par 4.
Mhm.
But I had an experience this weekend on Saturday. Hit a beautiful drive down the middle of the fairway. Had about 275, 280 left. And I'm like, you know me, I'm never getting there. So I just take out a 6-iron. And I just cold topped this 6-iron. I mean, I just could not have missed the ball anymore. Furious. I walk up there from 215 and put a hybrid to about 7 feet and make birdie.
Oh my god.
So par 5, you can kind of make birdie from anywhere. Or at least you
Mhm.
have more potential. But
Yeah.
kind of why I think the par 4 is more fun. Like 3-wood driver trying to land on a green, put it in a bad spot. You're short sighted. A lot of variables that make it fun.
I think if you're doing a par 4 on 18 like everyone does, actually, it doesn't matter the par. I need the clubhouse. I really do. I really
Agreed.
just need to see the clubhouse. I think it's
That's
so
one of the most
underwhelming.
fun things about Pinehurst, man. The deuce behind number 2. It's like pro shop, clubhouse, locker rooms, bar, restaurant, all just kind of circling the green at 18.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Need a clubhouse finish. That was it for that. I'll workshop those obviously and think of
I think
more suitable stuff.
I like the first
Great idea
game.
though.
I think the guesses need to be like something that is vague enough to where I could be researching and trying to come to a guess. We can workshop it for
Yeah,
sure.
I'll keep that in
I like
mind.
the game.
The last one, this was super last minute, so they're honestly not that cool. But once again, I think the preface is there, the concept's there. This is
I don't.
just trivia. Two of them are true and false, and then the last two are guesses. And like I said, I don't really like any of these questions, so it's just the philosophy is probably going to be this though. So the
Fire away.
first true, this is a true false question. A man has won an event on the LPGA tour.
You wouldn't be asking me this unless it was somehow true. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I had that concern as it left my lips, like, ooh.
So
Because
do
this was like,
explain.
I saw this on Google and it was like the number 4 or whatever out of 10, and it didn't seem as ridiculous. This is where I ran out of time, but Sam Snead won the Royal Ponencia Invitational in, what was it, 1962 on the LPGA Tour by 5 strokes, beat over Hall of Famer Mickey Wright, one and only man to win an official LPGA Tour event.
But there were multiple men in the field, is what I just heard.
Mickey Wright's a girl.
Really?
I thought the same thing reading some of these books. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Apparently,
So
she's like an iconic.
It was like Lexi Thompson playing in the QBE before it got changed over.
It'd be like Tiger Woods playing in.
He should have won by more than 5. What a bitch.
He's playing hard that day. All right, this one's super lame. I hate that this is a question. 80% of golfers, as you can tell, I saw a website with a few of these. 80% of golfers will never play to a handicap less than 18. This is like the dumbest.
Probably true.
Yeah, it is true. And like, true or false, who gives a shit? This one is we're done with true or falses, and the last 3 are underwhelming as well. Who's the only U.S. president to have been a club member at Augusta National?
Ooh. I was wondering where this was going. Can you give me like a year he was initiated? Is he
probably in the 80s?
Still alive or no?
No.
I'm gonna
Big
go
friend
Jimmy
of Arnold
Carter.
Palmer. What was
I'm gonna
that?
go Jimmy Carter just because he was a Georgia guy.
No, but I think it's the same. Maybe a little bit before. Maybe it's a 70s guy actually.
Ronald Reagan?
No, but I think that's closer.
Who is it?
Dwight Eisenhower.
It's not close. You're so
really young. When was he?
Eisenhower was a long. Not anywhere near my lifetime. We're gonna look it up
because he was in Arnold Palmer's book like crazy, so it was probably like the 60s, if it's not the 70s. When he was
died in 1969.
Oh,
so he was born in the 1800s, my friend.
I'm probably thinking of the wrong person. Then. Oh my god,
tough guess.
This guy died in 60. And he was a member at Augusta. That's pretty cool.
Dwight Eisenhower?
I think he's the president that would paint his balls so he could see them. All right, this one is like actually somehow dumber than all 4 of them because of how difficult it is. I've never even heard this guy's name. Just so embarrassing. Who has the most PGA Tour wins without ever winning a major? And just for some context, this guy has 29 wins on tour, and I'll even give you when he played because I've literally never heard of this guy, so it was probably stupid.
No, I'm not gonna get it.
He was born in 1904 from White Plains, New York. One of my least favorite airports.
I'm not this kind of golf history guy.
Yeah, this was
1904.
He turned pro in 23.
Would I even recognize this name?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so go ahead and just tell me.
Harry Cooper.
What is that? I don't know. This is like the question that if Ryan happened to get everything right, we just need to not have him be great. So we're just going to throw this in here to make sure he's just not bad.
Well, all of these, except the LPGA Tour one was cool, but I should have done that like. I should have given you like stupid. I should have given you like 10 dumb ones.
So I think for that one, you do like multiple choice and just say like somebody has won a man has won an LPGA.
Yeah, I like the multiple choice idea.
What year?
Yeah.
Bonus points. Who was it? I mean,
the last one you might. This is our last game of the day. Right. How many golfers have won at least 10 majors in their career? And I can give you the answer because we all know Nicklaus and Woods.
Yeah, I'm going to say 6, but it's like a bunch of old ones.
It's only 3.
Really?
And it's Tiger and Nicklaus. And because of the new golf balling is like kind of historic, this is a golfer that is literally Seems like one of the coolest PGA Tour players ever.
Bobby Jones.
No, but it's like it seems like Bobby Jones, but older or so newer. Like the decade with Nicholas, or even before Nicholas and Palmer, but before that or after that. All that was confusing. In like the Ben Hogan era.
Give it to me.
Walter Hagen 111. Yeah. But he seems very cool.
I thought you were gonna say like a bunch of people way back in the day when it was just like fucking whatever.
Yeah, just 3 with at least 10, and hopefully Scotty gets there.
I think if he stays healthy, he will.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think.
Well, even with the health, obviously health included, but hopefully
Yeah,
he gets there anyways.
He's well on his way.
Yeah.
Well,
that's it for the games. What was that?
So who's closest after that? Like, who has 7 or 8?
Do not know. I'll look it up though.
Most majors. I feel like Phil has 5, 6. 5.
Let's see here.
2 Masters.
Ben Hogan at 9. Ben Hogan and Gary Player had 9. Tom Watson had 8. Sarazan, Harry Vardon, Bobby Jones, Sam Snead, Arnold Palmer all won 7. Phil Mickelson, Nick Faldo, Lee Trevino won 6. Rory McIlroy from Northern Ireland, James Braid, John Henry Taylor, Byron Nelson, Peter Thompson, and Steve Ballesteros and Brooks Koepka all won 5.
It's crazy to think Brooks won 5.
And even just for our listeners, I don't know if this is like propaganda for Scotland, but it's year based because most of these golfers are Scottish. Tom Morris Sr., Tom Morris Jr., Willie Park Sr., Willie Anderson, James Anderson, Bob Ferguson, Tommy Armour, Bob Martin, Willie Park Jr., Alex Smith, Jock Hutchison. But the reason they're on this list on Wikipedia is because of the year. So
it's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have. That's all I have for games. Gonna workshop them all and maybe add or subtract 1 or 2 or whatever. But I really like the guest the golfer. So yeah.
I like it.
Slow week, so that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything.
No, I beat Chris for the first time in like a year, which was great yesterday.
Oh, nice. Where'd you play?
Nest.
Oh, cool.
He never gives me strokes anymore, man. I need to start posting scores. I hate to say it.
Yeah, you really should.
I don't want to know.
I
just kind of don't want to know. I like doing a question mark on Saturday.
Because you know what you can.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna deceive. I'm never gonna deceive somebody if I know them. Like if I've played with you before, we're gonna set up a fair match. Yeah. Keep it that way for people that try to think they can hustle.
Yeah.
Do you have a foam over your mic?
Dude, yeah. So this is actually, so this thing is fat, dude. It feels like my mic now is it's like taking over like half of my screen. This is like, I've been doing YouTube for like 4 years now, and every time I record, there's like a pop. If you're listening on headphones, like if I say a word, it might like pop in your ears. And apparently this exists the whole time. And so you just put it on and it
dampens
the difference it's made has been unbelievable.
Like, yeah. Actually, I think they used to be called pop screens, if I remember correctly. When you're recording.
I do know of pop screens with mics, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So I've had that issue for years, and every night when I'm editing my videos, I'm like, oh, this sounds like horrible. Every like 30 seconds, a word I say is like
just spikes out
in my ears, and I can see it on my edit, and it's like. And somebody, I
mean-
got 2 comments, and they were like, "You should get a popper or whatever it is for your mic." I'm like, "That exists?"
You send me the link, bro. It can't be my
Right? Yeah, I'll send you the link, dude. It's a game changer. This is
Hopefully the mic sounds a little better. We've kind of adjusted settings. I know last week was a little loud. Sorry about that, guys.
I've been thinking for the last few months, like, oh wow, I need to get a new microphone. Something's wrong with mine, and it's just
No.
how the shit goes.
That looks way less cumbersome than a pop screen, just like
Yeah. Those are cool though. I like those. But yeah, thank you all for listening or watching on YouTube, the Golfballing YouTube channel. Yeah, injured and or in the dog days of golf. So nothing going on, but we'll see you guys next week. And by then it'll be a open preview, actually.
that's wild to think about.
Yeah.
Scotty for president.
Yeah, all set. Ciao.